From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Yellow. Bring it.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Yellow. 55's mine.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Bridgewater now from the 50. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
59, check, 59. Let's go, baby, turn over, get that ball.
1st down, Bridgewater. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Mike, check, 59.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater, this throw to the middle, taken in by Cole. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine some... Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's get off the field, D.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
50.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
36. Yellow.
They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it, baby.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Long day. That's going to be a long day. Mike 50. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down. He's the mic.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. And Josh Hill has it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go. 6-1. Hey, get away with it. Check 52. Okay. Yeah.
Bridgewater again. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And that's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's complete. It's Corey Clement. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yo! 15. 56.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 55.
Now here's Mahomes. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. We'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mahomes firing complete, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Let's go, lady! Let's go!
Mahomes now on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now Mahomes. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Steelers.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by McManus is good. So we have come upon halftime in the Sunday night opener from Foxborough as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Bridgewater on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Pittsburgh.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Derrick Henry, he'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the Patriots' 43-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Let's go. Let's go, defense. Who we got? 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And finding Keelan Cole. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
First down, Steelers.
Here we go. Set. Turn. Touchdown.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, Bridgewater. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
56. Mike's 56.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Check right.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Yellow. Check 56. You ain't got nothing.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Hurts over the middle. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up. Give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for New England. Now Callaway on the return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Let's go now. Check.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Throwing, Bridgewater. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Henry, he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
You got time right there.
Now Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Throwing now is Mahomes. This complete left side to Aguilar. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got you, boy.
Mahomes going to throw. Now they set up the screen for Clement. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, it's a little extra.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Here we go. 6-1. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Second and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Come on, set. And read. 59. Ready? Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sutton. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day. Mike's 59.
Bridgewater. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Keelan Cole, the intended target. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Mahomes. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They begin with Henry, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13. The first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 13. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They go play fake. Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. New England on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third down and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow, I'm going.
Let's go. Slam.
Hey, yellow, go. 50. Hey, yellow, go.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. First down carry for Henry. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Jefferson on the tackle. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much.